what happens when I add CaCO3, by the way, is a salt. Notice how CaCO3 does not have any H hydrogen molecule, and it does not have any OH. So it does not have any H plus ions, it does not have any OH minus ion. So it is a salt, okay? Now, is it a neutral salt? Let's find out, okay? So sulfuric acid, what you see over here, H2SO4 is sulfuric acid. Okay, so let me write that down as well. So H2SO4 is called sulfuric acid. Okay, this is sulfuric acid. So when I combine sulfuric acid with this salt, what do I get? So is CaCO3, is it a neutral salt? We don't know. We'll find out. So I'm taking an acid and I'm taking CaCO3. What happens? So CaCO3 will react with H2SO4 to give me CaSO4. Okay?
Is that calcium sulfate?
Yes, it is calcium sulfate. So I'll tell you how I got that. So remember that this H2SO4, what is happening is this SO4 is actually SO42 minus. Okay? And there are two atoms of H plus ions. There are two H plus ions and SO4 2 minus. So this 2 plus and this 2 minus cancels out and I end up getting H2SO4. Does that make sense?
Ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am, can you explain again? I
didn't
understand.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you what I was telling you. How is this H2SO4, like what are the ions inside this H2SO4? For example, like CaCO3 has Ca2 plus ion and CO3 2 minus ion, right? So CaCO3 has Ca2 plus ion and CO3 2 minus ion. So when I cross multiply this, I get CaCO3 because this 2 and this 2 gets cancelled. Okay. Similarly, if I have to write about H2SO4, how will I do it? So H2SO4 is actually SO4 2 minus ion, and we know that H plus ions exist. But in this case, we are going to have two atoms of H plus ions. Okay, which is why I am going to write just instead of this 2, I'm just going to write H plus and H2SO4. Okay. I'm sorry, SO4 2 minus. So I'm going to take out this 2 over here. I'm just going to write H plus SO4 2 minus. Then I cross multiply these, just like how I did over here, right? Just like that, I'll do over here. So what do I get? This 2 comes over here and I write H2 and then SO4. And then this 1 from this will come over here, but I don't have to write 1, so I won't write it, and that is how I get H2SO4. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. So this is called sulfuric acid and this is called CaCO3. So now when sulfuric acid is a highly it is highly acidic, okay? So when I react or when I put sulfuric acid and CaCO3 together, what do I get? I end up getting CaSO4. Okay, so CaSO4 plus H2O plus CO2. So what has happened over here? I know that a salt is formed. The salt is formed, CaSO4. Remember how this salt is formed? I am going to take this part, Ca and SO4. These two combine to form this salt, and H2. I take this H2 and I take one oxygen from here, so that gives me H2O. If I have taken away one oxygen from here, I am left with two more oxygens because totally there are 3 oxygens. One of the oxygen was used up in this H2O. The other 2 oxygens and this carbon will combine to form carbon dioxide. Is that clear to everybody? Yuvraj, is it clear?
Ma'am,
Okay. Yes, Priscilla?
I have a doubt.
Yes.
Why doesn't it become hydrogen peroxide and carbon monoxide?
Hydrogen peroxide and carbon monoxide. Very good question. Yeah, so H2O2 and CO. Okay, so the reason for that is, remember I told you that, let's see. Remember I told you what happens when an acid and base react, they form water, right? So because there is H plus ion released and OH minus ion released, they end up forming water. So in this case, I already have H plus ions are highly reactive, okay? So H plus ions are very highly reactive. They cannot stay stable on their own. They have to react, okay? So when this H plus ion reacts, it automatically ends up forming it ends up reacting with this oxygen. The 2H reacts with this oxygen to form water, and then the remaining oxygen ends up forming carbon dioxide. But whenever an acid and a base or a basic salt react, they always end up giving water as a solution because of the presence of H plus and OH minus ions. Does that make sense? Formation of hydrogen peroxide is a different kind of a process. That does not take place in this kind of a formation. Okay, as I was telling you in the previous slide, that hydrogen ions are extremely reactive. They are like these they're very unstable on their own. They have to react. Okay, so whenever an acid releases H plus ions, they in fact, remember I told you acids release H plus ions when they are in their aqueous solution. That means what? When they are mixed with water, or when they are in their aqueous solution, basically when they are in their liquid form, they release H plus ions. And these H plus ions, they are so highly reactive that they end up reacting even with water. Okay, so the H plus ions, they end up reacting with the water molecule to form hydronium ions. Okay, so I have H plus ion that reacts with water to form H3O plus. Okay, so this is called the hydronium ion. Okay, so this is what is called the hydronium ion. So hydronium ions are responsible for the acidic properties. So whenever I have an acidic solution, it is the hydronium ions that are responsible for the acidic properties. But acids release only H plus ions, but the acidic property comes from hydronium ions. Okay, so we just for our convenience, we just end up writing H plus for our convenience. Okay, but actually what happens, H plus is very unstable. It can never stay still on its own. It needs to react with somebody, so it ends up reacting with water.